So this is my morning ramble, Sunday morning. I was listening to Bashar, and a bunch of other spiritual teachers and leaders and sharers, and the law of attraction. Bashar, whatever his name is, he talks about the law of attraction and repulsion, which I liked because I think that there's opposites in every single thing, and so that would make sense. And obviously, he does too. So I didn't watch his whole 48-minute thing on that, but just thinking about it. What the heck? Here we are on Earth, not getting what we want most of the time and trying to figure out why and what do we do and what's the secret. What's the secret code, secret wish, secret way of thinking? How do we get what we want on this planet, godforsaken planet? Sorry, love you Mother Earth. So how do we get what we want in this godforsaken planet, on this third dimensional plane of existence where we suffer so much? Most of us, everybody suffers a little bit, at least. It's like a trick. It's like a game. It's like, well, if you think this way, you won't get what you want. You have to think that way. But if you think that way, that won't work either, because you have to think this other way. And then you have to feel, and you have to let go, and then you have to attract, and then you have to breathe in and then breathe out. And just the right way, though, or it won't work. Or you're going to attract whatever you don't want. Don't you think that's kind of weird, that we keep attracting whatever we don't want? And how do we not attract what we don't want? We're all trying to figure that out. And we read these books, The Secret Law of Attraction, which is only one part of it. Obviously, if you have attraction, you have the opposite of attraction. Clearly, we see examples of that all over the planet every day. I have a crush on him. Well, he likes somebody else, not you. Or he's not interested in you at all. So opposite. Bang, 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 bang. What the heck are we doing here? Playing this crazy ricochet game of how to get what I want, can't get what I want. It's so annoying. Ugh, And then what you fear the most is what you're going to attract. Who put that on the planet? Really? Okay, thanks. So don't fear anything, because then you're going to have what you fear. Good. Cool. Okay, so what does that mean? You're going to have all these fears, but then you have to fight them. Fight your fears, but don't fight them, because if you fight them, then you'll get them even more. So you have to figure out some other mind trick so that you don't have fear. Just feel love, 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 love. Well, where's the freaking love, I mean, really. We love our children. The rest of the time, you're like, everybody's fighting. I love my family, but it's a mixed bag. Every single person, I love my ex-husbands, but I also hate them. Well, I don't hate my first one, but and I don't. Well, let's not get into that. That's a topic we should not discuss. So I'm just watching this guy go on and trying to explain to these poor people who are stuck in earth hell. Not, the worst hell, but this is kind of hell. Really. The heaven part of earth is basically in the sunsets, in the gardens, in a good lovemaking sesh with someone who loves you back equally. That can go very bad very quickly. So, I mean, where's the heaven? And this only lasts for moments at a time. This is a really messed up place. So, what is my point here? Am I making a point? I'm not really making a point. I'm just discussing the fact that I'd like this to lead to a point, but I'm just discussing the fact that it seems like everywhere we turn, we come up against the wrong information. No matter what we try, it's the wrong thing. So maybe the secret is that whatever you try, it's going to come out the opposite. Ha ha! Maybe some mean, really big dickhead is running the world and loves to watch us make mistakes, make quote-unquote mistakes, and suffer. And in order to find happiness with this arsehole running the show, we have to really like free ourselves of the arsehole. Now, how do we do that? Because we're afraid. What if it's God? What if it's the God? We're so confused on this planet. And when is that going to end? When are we going to get a clue? Everybody's supposed to wake up. Well, how are we supposed to wake up? I just woke up a few hours ago into this planet. Now, this is supposed to be a dream. So here we are feeling that this is a waking life, and the next thing we know is it's all a dream. It's all a matrix. It's all fake. Well, it seems so real, but it's fake. So what the heck? Everything is the opposite of what it says. Maybe that's the law of this universe, or of this earth plane game, is that everything you learn is going to be the opposite of what is true. You know, I mean, we're going to have to go with that premise. I'm going to actually go with that premise that whatever I learn here, the opposite is actually true. So, if everything you learn here is wrong or a trick, or you're going to attract the thing you don't want, and you're not going to attract the thing you do want, and if you do get what you do want, it's like a bloody miracle. You know, you got to work so hard to get what you want, and or that's wrong, and you're really not supposed to work hard. Start working so hard. No matter what you do, it seems to be wrong. So, I'm thinking the only way to beat this game and to be happy in Earth Hell and to try to find love where love is hard to find is to just, go with the happy little moments. I mean, just do the little stuff. The go for the walk, enjoy the sun, watch the sunset. I mean, if your happiness comes from a drug or an addiction, that's tough. I don't know, really, what the heck? I mean, you know what it is? You know what we're going to have to do? We're just going to have to laugh about all this. We have to make jokes. We have to find humor in the insanity of this planet. That's the only way to get through. And that has to be okay, to make jokes. I was trying to make jokes with a loved one who suffers, and she's always suffering, and I was making a little joke, and she's like, oh, that's not funny. I was like, geez, you know what? It all sucks. We have to find humor in it, because otherwise it just sucks too much. What level of sucking do you want to experience? This much sucking or this much sucking? So, yeah, I'm really getting it, sort of, about the whole illusion thing, but I feel like, at this point, right now, I feel like everything is such a mindfuck. I hate to use that word, but it just perfectly describes what goes on here. Perfect mindfuck. All of it, the religions, the politics, the games we play, even the way we do advertising and the way we do buying food and all the cosmetics and the food and the packaging and the cars, the sales of the car, everything's gotten so subtle. Everything works on such subtle issues, and we're just here navigating, trying to feel ourselves amongst a lot of confusion and other people's thoughts, which are supposedly all our thoughts. We're creating our own reality, but it doesn't feel like we're creating our own reality. It feels like someone else is creating our reality, and we're just victims of our reality. We have this whole victim consciousness. I mean, I did feel like I woke up, quote unquote, in many ways, and I have been waking up slowly since I was a kid. But really recently, really getting it. But then again, I think you only can get through this life if you have a sense of humor. So I think it's important to laugh and make fun of ourselves. I guess the best way to get through this nightmare, as my sister would say, is to make jokes, and not at the expense of other people. But you know what? If you can laugh at yourself and other people make fun of you, you can just roll with that. Like the Irish, they are the best at making fun of themselves. They're like the one culture that you can make fun of, and they'll like go with it. They'll like agree with you. They're really cool that way because they're fun. They have the best humor. I mean, they suffer. I mean, because we all love our suffering. We love our suffering. How much did I suffer? How much did you suffer? Well, I went through this and this and this and came out alive, or came out continued living. I don't know. How much did you suffer? There's this big suffering consciousness on this planet. And it's almost like a armor, a coat of arms, or like it's like an award how much you suffered and lived through, which is really based on how guilty you felt before you came down here. It's just so complicated. I mean, for a great mind, for a creator God, I guess, this would be the highest, coolest, funnest game because of its so complicated and interesting intrigue. And we would need to have a full-on game like this in order to entertain our intense minds, I guess. I actually conceived yesterday of what it would mean to be a creator God and create a whole universe. I actually got that consciousness last night because I was watching this video that said, you are creator gods, and you actually create universes, and you even are universes. I was like, what? We create universes? I create universe? I created a universe? No way. I'm too busy barely being able to create my own life the way I want it here. I still don't have my perfect dance partner my age who can compete with me in the Strictly Swing at the U.S. Open, West Coast Swing. Anyways, so I've been saying that I have my perfect dance partner for a long time now. Still don't have my perfect dance partner. So I'm not creating very well. I do create well in other ways, but with that, the thing I want the most, typical. So, but when I heard about the we create the universes, I was like, that's just too far out, too much. I mentioned it to my son, and he was like, what? But it takes a while to conceive of these things and get them into your head. So I was thinking about it, and literally my brain expanded, and I could imagine the feeling of being so big and vast that I could create a universe. And last night, I went to sleep thinking, actually, there was a moment of excitement where I thought, I wonder what I'm going to create tomorrow. I'm going to start creating. I'm going to start to see how good I can create, in my world, in this little minuscule part of my soul, my greater soul, in this life. See how good I can get at creating. And I have created some good things. I definitely have. So I know I have some powers of creation. But I want to get better at it, even better, because this is a really hard place to create. This is like the most challenging place. So anyway, I guess the point of this long-winded babble is the humor is it's all we've got. If we don't have any humor, we're going to really have a bad time. So, and it took me a while to learn to laugh at myself because I used to be really insecure and, I would get embarrassed really easily as a kid, and it took me a long time to learn how to laugh at myself. And when I did, I thought, oh, thank God I'm not so hung up. And I think I brought that to my children, the ability to laugh at oneself, because they're all pretty good at laughing at themselves. I think they're pretty good at handling life's, little humiliations and things. And because we all go through embarrassing moments and feeling bad about ourselves at some point, or getting rejected, or, not doing well at something, or feeling bad that we procrastinated, or whatever. So, no matter what we do, I think if we can laugh at ourselves and make fun of ourselves, tease ourselves, and be okay with making fun of ourselves, then this whole ride goes a whole lot smoother. And is that a brain chemistry thing? Because some people have really depressed brain chemistry. I've been in depressed states, and I've had anxiety, so I know what that's like, and I know it can be hard to break out of. So maybe we need to support each other. Sometimes you need a chemical or a drug to help you get through that. So I think that, but we don't want to humiliate each other and make each other feel bad by teasing in a bad way. But we can become immune to being teased by other people if we can laugh at ourselves first. Like the Irish, a little bit of Irish. We all need a little bit of Irish in us. So, anyways, keep on laughing. Dancing and laughing, I guess that's the way to get through this life, this painful, at times, life. And if you can find your special crystal, then you've done something very miraculous. And I have found my special crystal, so I feel pretty good about that. Anyways, more later. Have a great day.